A sister is not a friend. Who can explain the urge to take a relationship as primal and complex as a sibling and reduce it to something as replaceable, as banal as a friend? Yet this status is used again and again to connote the highest intimacy. My mother is my best friend, my husband is my best friend. No, true sisterhood, the kind where you grew fingernails in the same womb, were pushed screaming through identical birth canals, is not the same as friendship. You don't choose each other, and there's no furtive period of getting to know each other. You are part of each other right from the start. Look at an umbilical cord, tough, sinuous, unlovely, yet essential, and compare it to a friendship bracelet of brightly woven thread. That is the difference between a sister and a friend. That is the first paragraph of Blue Sisters. It just sets the tone right, and you get to know that this story is about sisterhood. Blue Sisters is about these three sisters who were four once, and one of their sister died, and the story starts when it is the death anniversary of their fourth sister. We see how after a year of losing their sister, an essential part of their being, and how being in different parts of the world, they are just dealing with their own grief in their own way, and they are trying to cope with it and try to understand it and try to live with it. This story explores how grief can be both shared and deeply personal experience, shaping the identities of those who mourn and altering their perceptions of the world around. It just captures the essence of fractured family dynamics and the lingering effects of grief and the ways it can permeate into the people who are left behind. There is a subtleness in the prose of this story that just adds to the heaviness of the topic that it is dealing with. The way characters are written are so real. You believe that these people exist. The character development and the way they interact with each other, these sisters, who make up for the most part of the story, just you can feel that they are sisters, that they don't like each other at times, but they love each other, they need each other, but they won't say it out loud that, oh, yes, I need you, but they also understand each other. At the same time, they sometimes don't understand each other because you can't know a person fully, and it just warmed my heart and also broke my heart. And so all I can say is that it is very beautifully crafted story, and Coco Mellors has such keen insight into human conditions, and she just presents you with these nuances of grief and memory and familial bonds that has sensitivity and depth, and you understand it, you know it, and even if you have not lived it, you get it. It just tells us that there is grief and there is past that we carry with us, and it just never leaves us. We just learn to carry it forward with us in the best way possible. I read some quote somewhere, and I think it is essentially what this book is trying to say. So let me just read it to you. So it says, grief, I have learned, is really just love. It's all the love you want to give but cannot. All that unspent love gathers up in the corner of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and in that hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love with no place to go. It is by Jamie Anderson, and I have tried to find who Jamie Anderson is, but I couldn't find him. But it also reminds me of that quote from Fleabag when when Fleabag says that somewhere along the line that what do I do with this? And her friend asks what? With what? And she says, with all the love that I have for her. Where do I put it? And it's just essentially that. It's grief and love, and it's pain. So that was it for the video, and I hope you pick up this book, because it is one of those books that I think everyone should read, because it talks about a lot of things in very beautiful and lyrical manner. and I would like to know if you have read it, how did you like it, and if you have any recommendations for me, please leave it in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.